The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Ja'Marr Chase complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 63 yards. Burrow looking to pass.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice, because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Burrow throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 10.
Now it's Burrow.
Another one into the hands of Ja'Marr Chase.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Ja'Marr Chase,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. What a spin. There he goes, right side. To the 20. And touchdown! A big play there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Nighthawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strength like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
To the 40 and no further. The broken tackle, but then the hole closed quickly.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
11. Running right, here's Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
11 MT.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for our Bengals. First down.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Gun.
Second and 10.
From midfield now, Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
11. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. This is Brown going up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Burrow. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Fairbairn on for the field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Here's Jackson.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with his better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson
from 4 yards out.
And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. They'll give this off the middle to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the
11.
On first and 10, here's Brown. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
17 yards.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
11 MT.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury.
He tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, does it bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward? Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Gun. Shot. White 80.
In motion left is Higgins. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
11
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brings up third and goal.
White 80. Nice one. 11.
Third and goal. Burrow. Now he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. The Nighthawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the Bengals 4-yard line.
Jackson now. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about production? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I don't quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
One, ready?
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
So, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
The Nighthawks offense and their running back getting set to go once more. He had the touchdown reception earlier, and we show you the NFL leaders in that category for running backs, and he's right there amongst the league's best.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think the coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's another Honolulu.
Throwing is Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Again, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown!
And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 75. And the Nighthawks are able to widen their advantage.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And make them 4 for 4 now on two-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack.
153 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Quentin Williams
has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Down the sideline he goes.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Ja'Marr Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The home team's offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught at the 25. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Nighthawks are able to stretch out their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
The 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught once again by Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Big 13. Big 13.
Burrow will throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun to give to Brown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeaux. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Trey Amos on the coverage.
Here's Jackson.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Christian Watson
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Nighthawks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. Complete with the run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry. Over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A gain of 9.
Here we go.
Brings up third down.
180.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
46-yard.
180.
Burrow looking to pass. It's complete to Brown, right side. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Thanks.
And Burrow going to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brings up third.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here we go.
The Bengals first down.
In motion right, Watkins.
And the Bengals first
Now Burrow. Again, that's Watkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another
Here we go.
Bengals first down.
180.
To the air again, Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
34-yard line.
Stop.
Chase the motion man right. An inside give, Brown. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite work it in. And now it's 4th down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
For a Honolulu first down.
Right back to him on 1st down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Jackson now.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. There we go now as they will again try for two. They'll look to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up
Gun.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
It's 3rd and 9.
12.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
180.
Burrow on play action. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180. Place hot. Hot.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. It's caught inside the 25.